She told detectives,
didn't have any contact with anybody after that. I didn't even have a phone.
the detective didn't rush her. He let the claim sit. Then he said,
We don't ask a question that we don't know the answer to.
he leaned in, not physically but psychologically.
Other people are talking to us.
So the detective narrowed the world to two choices.
Either you're a witness or you're a suspect.
And when she hesitated, he made the implication unavoidable.
You know exactly what happened.
That moment taps directly into information asymmetry theory, a psychological tactic where investigators signal that denial is already obsolete. The truth doesn't arrive head-on. It comes from a direction the liar didn't anticipate. She believed her lack of proof protected her. She didn't realize the story was already being rebuilt without her. Because the real questions remain. Who was this woman? What truly happened on March 28th, 2019? Welcome, or welcome back to my channel. Your single comment means more than you think. On the night of March 28th, 2019, darkness settled over a quiet trailer park in Kentland, Indiana, a rural town in Newton County where little ever disturbed the stillness. Inside a small blue trailer, tension had been building for hours, long before violence erupted. Nicole Bowen, 30 years old, arrived at the trailer late that night. What followed was chaotic and fast. Voices rose. A physical confrontation broke out. Within moments, the situation escalated beyond control. Nicole was violently restrained and strangled. By the time the struggle ended, she was no longer alive. Her body was later wrapped, removed from the trailer under cover of darkness, and discarded in a remote rural area where it would not be discovered until days later. As dawn approached on March 29, the crime scene had already been erased, but the psychological aftermath was only beginning. Those present carried fear, shock, and fragmented memories, details that would later surface in pieces rather than in full truths. Silence followed. Time passed, and then the investigation closed in. When detectives from the Newton County Sheriff's Office began interviewing witnesses and suspects, inconsistencies quickly emerged. Today, we will look into the psychological aspects of this case.
Have you introduced yourself, Vince?
No, I'm Vince with the Newton County Prosecutor's Office.
Our department, you understand your rights and you read that form, correct? Our department said you'd reached out
Yeah.
to us. Okay. So let's talk about that. What did you reach out to us for?
I was at my friend's and Canton Thursday night. Yeah, Thursday night. And
Okay.
I had seen her. I had seen Nicole, and she gave me a black eye, actually.
Okay. Who has the silver scion?
I don't know.
Okay. So you're there Thursday night. Tell me what happened how did that girl even get there?
She was just scared. Like, he left me with Jasmine, like, Thursday morning when we got up, he left me and was gone all day.
Okay.
And then he came back I have, on my phone, I have times of, like, when I was trying, because I was calling him up, like, where are you? All day.
Okay.
And then they came by, and they wasn't there very long at all, because me and her got into it, and they left.
Okay, I'm trying to keep this straight in my head,
Right.
okay? You were there, I weren't, so we're going to try to simplify it. You got a ride up there Wednesday. You stayed there Thursday, the 28th. Garrett left you there. You're kind of like wondering what the hell is going on, blowing his phone up like, where are you at? And he returns with that girl. What's her name?
Nicole.
Nicole what?
I know her as Nicole Thomas,
Okay.
but I don't, it was different.
Nicole Bowen?
Yeah.
Okay. So he returns with her. At what time did he return back?
I don't know, it was dark, it was late.
Just rough time.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock
I'm
p.m.?
not sure, yeah.
Okay.
Detectives repeatedly narrow the suspect's sprawling narrative into precise timestamps, names, and movements, forcing her to mentally juggle details she initially presented loosely. This tactic draws on cognitive load theory, Sweller, 1988, which explains that deception becomes harder to maintain as mental demands increase. As the suspect struggles to reconcile dates, darkness, and duration, inconsistencies naturally surface.
So They walk. Who's all in the home right now at 11 o'clock when they return?
It was just me and Jasmine.
Just you and Jasmine. Okay. They walk in. I can imagine you seeing him with the girl that he had feelings with,
Right.
and what the hell, he hasn't been
Right.
answering your phone all day. I'd be pissed too. So what happened?
I mean, it was kind of just like, she seen me, I seen her, and I was gonna fuck her up. Like, that's what I had in my mind. Like,
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
like, I wanted to hit her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not the type of person, like, I don't fight. Like, people get hurt when I fight. Like, I have sisters, so it's not something that I do. And Garrett instantly broke it up and left.
So what did you do that he broke up?
Like,
Meaning,
like we were...
run up on her and get right in front of her face and start
She's
calling her.
taller than me, so like when I went to hit her, she kind of like just like grabbed me, and then like I was gonna just take her down the gun and hit her, and Garrett just kind of like pulled me off of her, and that was the end of it. She got one hit and punched me in the eye.
Okay. And what happened after that?
They left, and I was there with Jonathan.
I appreciate you being truthful up to that point, but you're not being truthful after that point.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of guys out working with me right now. We've talked to a lot of people, and there's a lot more that happened inside that trailer than you want to let me know. But what you don't understand is we've talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people have told us the truth because they're sorry for what happened. I would highly suggest you reconsider what you're telling us, because right now, you're the only one that's saying nothing happened there. But you were there. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Either you're a witness or you're a suspect. We've talked to a lot of people. So let's start telling the truth. So tell me what really happened. Ashley, witness or a suspect?
I know.
By explicitly stating either you're a witness or you're a suspect, detectives remove the psychological safety of neutrality. This exploits forced choice paradigm theory, a decision-making framework showing that when individuals are denied middle ground, they experience heightened anxiety and urgency to self-categorize. The suspect is pushed to align with the morally safer role, cooperation, before the alternative hardens into threat.
We don't know. We don't ask a question that we don't know the answer to. It would be pointless. We would circle and freaking for hours and we'd never get nowhere. I'm coming with you with questions I already know the answers to. So either you're going to support me and help me and be a witness, or you're going to give me this line of crap. As a suspect, you're involved. So what's it going to be? You're going to help or spend a very long time in prison? Then you better start being truthful. That's all I want is the truth. So what?
This isn't conflicting. Okay.
This is a very serious matter. You've seen the press releases, okay? We've seen things we wish we didn't see, and you're in the middle of it. I would suggest that we are your only hope. I would suggest you take us up on that. So let's start being truthful. It was all there because there's more people there.
There's one other girl there.
That's what I'm saying. I know the answers, so quit making me drag the answers out of you. Be honest with me. So the stuff is true up to the point you get into the trailer, right?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I'm still gauging you.
No, it's all of it's true.
Who else was in the trailer? Right. Okay. And what's the last name?
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Now tell me what happened. You guys started getting into it and something happened to Nicole.
Statements such as, "We don't ask questions we don't already know the answers," to create the perception that the investigation is complete. This tactic leverages the information asymmetry principle, where one party believes the other holds superior knowledge. When suspects assume concealment is futile, disclosure becomes a rational, not emotional, choice.
It separated us, and he didn't let her go.
In what?
And he didn't let her go.
Right. Tell me what he did. If it was an accident, it was an accident.
I don't know.
If it was premeditated, then I need to know that.
He had her, I don't know. had her like a headlock and just won't let her go.
Right. And did she fall to the ground?
Yeah.
Hey, let's just a quick second. Once upon a time, happily ever after, everything that happened, all right? Everything that happened. This is life or death.
I know.
It's already death for one person. It's life for the others. You look like a good person to me, okay? I can tell. Just by listening, you're a good person, okay? Good people do the right thing. And you're getting one opportunity to do the right thing. Stop answering what he's asking as he asked it. I want you to just tell us from the time you guys got to that trailer, the whole story until the time you ended up right here. And without us having to give it to you and you say yes. Tell us what happened and please tell us truthfully. Truthfully, because
no, I'm pretty sure I was gonna be next. Like I didn't have any contact with anybody after that. I didn't even have a phone.
Start from the beginning when she walked in the trailer and take it step by step.
Detectives frame honesty as a reflection of who the suspect is, telling her she seems like a good person capable of doing the right thing. This draws from self-concept maintenance theory, Mazar et al., 2008, which suggests people confess or cooperate to preserve a coherent moral identity. Lying now threatens not just freedom, but self-image.
We'll even stand up and you tell us how it happened, but you need to be truthful. Just please, just talk about it. You'll feel a lot better. I can imagine what you feel like walking around every day with that on your conscience. And we're here sitting, allowing you to let that go. So just tell us.
everyone is scrambling to save their own life.
I understand.
Save yours.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I can't even
All
imagine.
I'm doing is crying.
No, I can't imagine what it's like to have that on your shoulders. But we are sitting here next to you, allowing you to let that burden go. You just got to say just the truth.
We're going to shut up and let you talk, okay?
Do I have to start at the beginning or where?
Yeah, please do that.
Okay, so Kyle dropped us off and then Garrett left the next morning. And then he showed back up with her. And we got into it. Garrett didn't let her go. And then he wrapped her up and taped some plastic and took her somewhere. He was gone for hours and hours. And then he came back.
Detectives instruct the suspect to stop answering questions and instead tell the whole story from the beginning. This tactic draws on narrative coherence theory, which posits that fabricated accounts fracture when individuals must independently sustain cause and effect continuity. By removing prompts, detectives expose gaps the suspect can no longer scaffold with cues.
And I haven't even told anybody or talked to anybody about it, any of it. I've cried so much. It's scary. And he took me to one of his friend's house, and I fell asleep then. When I woke up, it was to get in the car because we were going down south to another one of his friend's house, and just that he was being real sneaky and just like these actions and things that I would catch him saying, I didn't feel safe. I wasn't allowed on my phone. He was on my Facebook sending messages, so everybody would think like it was just me. I finally was able to send one to my grandma to tell my son I loved him. And the whole time he was with his friends, like, every time, like, I get a chance, I would say something, and you just thought I was shit crazy. That I was making it up, you know, wanted attention or something. And I really felt like Garrett was going to kill me. And it wasn't until, like, I hadn't sat down and watched 11 Fox News in years. Sunday night, when I sat down and the news came on, and I seen that there was a body in Newton County, like, I just knew.
The interrogation allows fear to be acknowledged, but only as a context, not a shield. This leverages attribution theory, Hyder, 1958, guiding the suspect to reinterpret her silence as an internal decision rather than an uncontrollable external force. Once fear is reframed as a factor instead of a justification, accountability quietly returns.
We need to talk about some of the details. Okay? You said he grabbed her inside the trailer and didn't let go. How did he grab her? Okay. Here. So this is her, and I'm Garrett. From behind, like what?
Like, with his arm around her waist.
Like this?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what do you do with that? I mean, he grabbed her, and then, I mean, you're saying he didn't let go. I mean, was he putting pressure? Was he?
Yeah.
What was he doing?
He was, like, choking her out.
Okay. And what happened when he choked her out?
And she kind of just fell to the floor.
Well, what was she doing? Did she try to gasp for air?
I don't know.
Was she trying to scream?
I mean, yeah, kinda. I was really just trying not to pay attention. Like, I was just.
I mean, was anyone trying to stop Eric from doing it?
They tried to stop it. Well, I was scared. I think they were
I understand. I understand. If someone's doing that in front of me, I mean, I understand that, but I just need to know what everybody was doing when that was happening in front of them.
When detectives ask her to physically demonstrate how the chokehold occurred, they bypass verbal filters and activate embodied memory. This tactic aligns with embodied cognition theory, Barcelau, 2008, which holds that physical reenactment triggers deeper recall than abstract language. The body often reveals what the mind avoids articulating.
So everybody just kind of froze.
I was gonna have a panic attack. Cause my stomach just got really tight, and like my chest got heavy, and I almost felt like I couldn't breathe.
Okay, so she fell to the ground, you said. And you said earlier that they wrapped the body up. We need to go from falling to the ground to wrapping the body up. We need to know how that exactly happened and who had what part and what.
I'm not sure. I mean, it was pretty much all Garrett. Like, I mean, it was all Garrett. Like,
Were you in there? I mean, did you watch him do it?
I didn't know. He asked me to stand there, and I wasn't, like, I didn't want to see her. I didn't want to see it. Like, I just kind of stood there, like, looking away.
So who was in the same room with him when they were going to wrap her body up? Who was in there with him?
He was with himself most of the time. I went in.
Anytime. At any point in time, was anyone else in that room? Were you in there? And I just need to know the truth. I just need to know what parts were you in there in that room so I know that you're saying the truth.
When she fell to the ground, I was in there, and then he was trying to demand one of us to help him, and I walked back in there, and I kind of just stood there and looked at the ground, and he yelled at me to help him, and I didn't, so I went back into the other room, and I laid on the ground and I did Pilates, cause that's how I was, wanted my muscles to calm down, I laid on the ground and did Pilates.
Detectives accept partial omissions, watching, freezing, standing nearby, without immediate correction, allowing each concession to psychologically bind the suspect further. This reflects commitment and consistency theory, Cialdini, 2001. which shows that once people admit small truths, they feel internal pressure to remain consistent by revealing larger ones.
And he had my husband on my back, my feet. I had found a stall in the bathroom, and like, I don't remember exactly what it all was, but he had intended on killing me and cutting me up. And he had me tied up. He had turned the music up so loud so that nobody could hear me scream. When I finally was able to get the tape off the tape off that was across my mouth.
So you had tape across your mouth?
Yeah, I had real bad, it was like a rug burn just right here on my face from where I had gotten wet to get it to unstick, and it just left a bad rash. He drove me across through the house, and by my feet, had hit me several times, choked me out until I wasn't breathing, and then I'd wake back up to do it all again. He did it several times until my friend drove by, and I was tied up for 2 hours.
So tell me, he choked you unconscious? That's what you're telling me?
Yeah, he did. And
would it kind of be the same way that he choked her unconscious?
Mm.
So while he was doing all this, what was he saying to you?
Didn't really say much. Told me to shut up.
By explicitly comparing the suspect's own strangulation experience to the victim's, detectives erase emotional separation between observer and event. This reflects emotional contagion theory, Hatfield et al., 1993, where recalling personal trauma heightens empathy and identification. As emotional distance collapses, neutrality becomes psychologically unsustainable.
I want to kind of go back to, remember how we were talking about some of the details inside the home? Sorry for bouncing around a little bit, but just trying to make sure I understand everything. So when you're in the home and you started getting that altercation, at any point did you grab Nicole?
Grab Nicole?
Yeah.
No. Oh, no. No.
I mean, I understand if you did. I mean,
I'm really trying to think of how when like I said, she's taller than me, so when I went up to hit her, she kind of just I didn't make a full contact hit with her, and then she hit me, and we she had a hold of me as I had a hold of her, and Garrett broke us up before anything, before.
Like how are you saying you had a hold of her and she had a hold of you? Like front to front? You had how? Just how?
Kind of sideways, cause I was my intentions were I was gonna take it down and start wailing at her, but I didn't get that far. Just Garrett pulled her off.
Okay, did you have your arm? Where were your arms in terms of how were you locked up with her when you say you were going to try to throw her down? How?
I'm really trying to think of how. She had a hold of my hair. I think our arms are her shoulder, because I know I didn't have my arms around her.
Detectives asked the suspect to repeatedly revisit fragmented details, arm placement, cord type, tape location, without correcting her. This technique draws on retrieval-induced reconstruction theory, which explains that memory becomes more vivid and detailed through repeated, guided retrieval. Each revisit increases the likelihood that suppressed details reemerge organically.
It wasn't around her head, her neck or her head. I want to say it was her arms, on her arm.
I understand if you guys are fighting or wrestling.
It really happened so fast. He pulled her off so fast.
Okay, so you You don't believe that your arm was around her head at any point in time? I mean, I understand if it was a fight or a scuffle. I'm just trying to figure that out.
It's human nature to try to control the head when you're in a fight.
Right, no, I didn't have a chance to get to her head. Like, I didn't have a chance to grab her, like, get that close to her, because she was weird. Like, she was fighting back.
I mean, I've looked at her Facebook. I think she thinks she's a hard ass. Right? She thinks she's hard, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, I guess. I don't really know her.
You don't know her, but I mean, she's hanging out with your boyfriend.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you obviously, if
Man,
Detective Rowe was hanging out with my wife and I knew it, I'm going to start looking into him to see what he's about, right?
Right. And like that day, like, we even, like, there was a message or a call or something where I had said something, like, she had said something about, well, come on here, let's get out of the front yard. And I was like, no, like, I was go have some tea. Like, I was being, I was being nice about, like, I didn't threaten her, I wasn't mean to her.
Statements like, "It's human nature to control the head in a fight," reduce the stigma of admission. This tactic exploits normative social influence theory, which suggests individuals are more willing to disclose behavior when it is framed as common or expected. By normalizing the act, detectives lower the psychological cost of acknowledgement.
That obviously doesn't work though, right? So you guys ended up in a fight, you're pissed, and she's pissed, right?
Right.
And you're fighting over the same prize. So you get in a fight, right? So you get in a fight.
And I mean, like, I mean, it really didn't even get right. Like, they're took over. Like, I don't even want to say take over because I don't even know how that was. It happened. All happened so fast.
No, I know that it happened fast. And I'm going to tell you that when it happened to you, it happened fast too. But it didn't feel fast, right? Felt like it lasts forever. You can remember everything that happened that night, right? Because it's so vivid in your mind because it was so traumatic to you. I'm going to tell you that what you saw in Jasmine's trailer was very traumatic too, okay? And you saw it happen. And you know exactly what happened. And you can tell us exactly what happened, but you're trying to block it out from your mind so that you don't have to relive it.
By contrasting "it happened fast" with "it felt like forever," detectives manipulate the suspect perception of time. This draws from subjective time expansion theory, where traumatic events feel prolonged due to heightened arousal. This reframing undermines claims of confusion or accident by emphasizing experiential clarity.
But actually, you need to relive that right now, and you need to tell us everything that happened. Because like Detective Rowe said, other people are talking to us. And obviously he's asking where your arm was at, right? And he's asking that for a reason.
Yeah.
He's asking that for a reason. You understand, right? Because obviously at some point in this story, we believe that your arm was around her neck. Okay? So you need to tell us what happened. I'm not sitting here saying that you killed her. But if you were in a fight prior to anything else happening, and whatever the details are very important. When we walked in here, we said be very honest. You are being honest on what you're telling us, but there is so much more. And I know that you know that.
Detectives emphasize the contradiction between the suspect's claim of honesty and her repeated uncertainty. You're being honest, but there's so much more. This invokes cognitive dissonance theory, Festinger, 1957, increasing discomfort between self-perception and incomplete disclosure. Confession becomes the most efficient way to restore internal consistency.
And I've told you, I think you're a good person, and I'm trying to stick with that theory. But I need you to spill it, okay? Everything. There's a lot more that happened to that girl, and you saw it happen. Now tell us what you saw, please.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't see anything else. I didn't do anything. I don't know.
He was asking for help, right? He was asking for help to do things.
Yeah.
What was he doing that he needed help with?
I'm tying her up. I'm not sure. And that's why he was getting so mad at me because I was just standing there like I was stupid. Like I didn't know.
Right, I get it. Did he tie her up?
I think he did. I can't remember, but he did.
Did he use any tape like he used on you?
Yeah, you had to mark here. God did.
Where did he put it?
I don't know.
Detectives repeatedly affirm, "I think you're a good person," while warning that withholding truth threatens that identity. This exploits identity threat theory, which posits that people will act to protect valued self-definitions. Disclosure becomes a means of preserving moral identity rather than destroying it.
Around, I want to say like around her face or her mouth or her head or something. I'm not sure.
Was the bag over her head? You said that he put a bag over her head, or you thought he did. Do you know if he taped the bag around her head? What did he do?
I think so. I think so.
Where do you get the tape in a bag from?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Did you put anything else across the body, or around the body, or over the body?
Please think. I want to believe you.
Rope or maybe I'm really not sure.
I'm sorry. I'm getting a rope or a cord.
Maybe.
What do you think it looked like? Did it look like a rope or a cord?
I mean, I feel like a cord would be more plausible for something to just grab.
Where would he have grabbed that cord from? Just asking.
No, I really
Did you see where he grabbed it from?
No.
And where did he put that on the body? What did he do with it?
Maybe around her neck too.
Actually, did you see him put a cord around her neck?
No, but it feels like if me telling you that feels like that's what happened. Like I don't always recall. Like I don't recall him doing it, but I feel like that's the right thing. But
We just want you to just be truthful. I don't want you suing anything.
okay.
Okay, that's why we're asking you, what did you see?
Rather than demanding exact facts, detectives accept tentative phrases, "I think," "maybe," "it feels like," and gently reinforce them. This leverages fuzzy trace theory, which holds that people store both vague gist memories and precise details. By validating gist-level recall, detectives allow certainty to gradually crystallize.
Did you see a cord around her neck, or did you see him put a cord around her neck?
I seen something else around her neck. I'm just not 100% sure if that's what it was. I'm not sure.
I'm going to dig in just a little close right here, okay? I'm here to tell you right now that you're safe, okay? There is nobody here that is going to hurt you, okay? You say Garrett's in jail, right?
I think. I'm not sure. That's what I was told.
Nobody is going to hurt you here. We are here to help you.
Detectives repeatedly tell the suspect, "You're safe here. Nobody is going to hurt you," deliberately removing the perceived threat of retaliation. This tactic relies on inhibitory control theory, which holds that fear suppresses disclosure by activating self-protective inhibition. Once the environment is reframed as safe, the suspect's internal restraints weaken, allowing suppressed details to surface.
We are here to make sure that no other women, like this young lady or yourself, go through what you went through, okay? So if you know, I know you don't want to remember, but if you know, just tell us you know. Okay? We know. Okay? Please. We're not just, you could be saving people's lives, honestly. So, like I said, did you see him put something around her neck.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
And you think it was what?
I think it was the cord.
Cord?
I know I'm driving have a point that had phone charger plugged in that was right there beside the couch. Nobody got anything for him, so I don't know. I don't know where he
So
got.
he went and got whatever he used for himself by himself?
Yeah.
When detectives state that telling the truth could save other women, they reframe disclosure as a protective duty rather than self-preservation. This tactic relies on pro-social motivation theory, which explains that people are more willing to act when behavior benefits others. Moral responsibility eclipses fear of consequence.
Is there anything else before or after, or anything else that he's been involved in that we haven't asked about that you really need to let us know about?
I don't think so.
Any other crimes he's been involved in that's going to pop up on our investigation? Just to get ahead of it, just let us know. So we're not having...
Besides him stealing from people, I don't know, I don't know what he's taken from him, but I know he's got the thing for him and his buddies going, taking stuff. I don't ever see anything. I just know, like, he's usually got money.
So he's going out turning a lick to make some money? Is that what he's doing?
Right.
Where do you think he's taking that stuff from?
I don't know. I know he's stolen from his grandparents numerous times. He's stolen stuff from me. I'm not sure. That's something I know about.
You said that you're not okay, so I mean, you just met us today, right? But if there's anything that you think you can tell us that can help you be okay,
I don't think so.
More
I was
likely.
talking about it next time. What I needed to do is tell somebody, and then metaphorically, that I'm not okay, I'll be okay.
I hope so.
I just caught my own head, like.
As the interview stretches on, detectives allow emotional fatigue to accumulate before pressing for clarity. This reflects ego depletion theory, which holds that sustained cognitive and emotional effort reduces resistance to compliance. When mental resources are depleted, truth-telling requires less effort than continued evasion.
I don't know how. Like, me being scared is a weird feeling for me because I am not intimidated by much. And I don't know, it's changed me kind of like, can't sleep, I haven't talked much, I haven't wanted to do anything. Just gonna sit there and just stare off into space. Concentration's not all there. It's just different having feelings that I'm not used to having. Really alone, like I feel really alone.
Well, hopefully we've made a couple of steps today to help you get back.
Just real quick, Ashley, what was Nicole wearing?
Is there a shirt?
Shoes?
I don't know what kind of shoes. I have no idea.
Was any of her clothing left there after they took her out?
She had all the clothing on.
Shoes, coat, anything?
I don't think so.
Do you think she was still fully clothed?
She didn't. Last time I seen her, she had all of her clothes on.
And footwear, though?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to hang out for just a few more minutes, okay? We gotta go talk to a couple people and then we'll be back and hopefully we'll be done, okay?
Near the end, detectives ask, "Is there anything else we haven't asked that we should know?" This tactic aligns with self-disclosure theory, which shows that open-ended invitations promote voluntary revelation. The suspect is given authorship over her own exposure, making the admission feel self-initiated rather than coerced. From a legal perspective, the interrogation systematically transformed a reluctant witness into a cooperative evidentiary source. Detectives established timeline control, eliminated neutrality by framing witness versus suspect roles, and secured incremental admissions about proximity, biomechanics, and post-offense conduct. Crucially, they documented consciousness of guilt through fear-based silence, fragmented recall consistent with close exposure to violence, and corroborative details aligning with physical evidence. By avoiding coercion and emphasizing safety, consistency, and moral accountability, the detectives preserved admissibility while strengthening credibility. The resulting statements support corroboration of intent, opportunity, and post-crime behavior, substantially reinforcing probable cause and contributing directly to a sustainable conviction. Ashley Garth, the co-defendant in the 2019 murder of Nicole Bowen in Newton County, Indiana, was convicted at trial on multiple charges, including murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and assisting a criminal. The jury found sufficient evidence that she participated in planning and aiding the killing, including providing materials used in the murder and helping dispose of the victim's body. At her sentencing in Newton Superior Court, Garth received a 48-year prison term for her role in Bowen's death. Her sentence reflects the seriousness of the crime and aligns with state statutes for murder and related offenses. The case was later upheld on appeal, with the court affirming the convictions and the appropriateness of the sentence.